Hello everyone, Adwala here again, and I'm still on my series about David, talking about David and the lessons that we can learn from his life. And today I'm going to be focusing on 2 Samuel chapter 3 verse 1, and I'll quickly read it to us. It says, that was the beginning of a long war between those who were loyal to Saul and those who were loyal to David. As time passed, David became stronger and stronger, while Saul's dynasty became weaker and weaker. Now, this was after the death of Saul, and at this point, David had been anointed king over Israel. And, it's funny because Saul had already died. Saul was, throughout his lifetime as king, he was after David and wanted him to be dead and gone, and he wanted him to not to be anywhere around him, just because he was scared of David, and he knew that David was going to be king eventually. So all his life he spent most of it attacking David and trying to kill him. Now this is after the death of Saul, and even though Saul was dead, his people, the people that were around him, his troops, his soldiers, his faithful servants, and all of that, they were still at war with David's people and his dynasty. And the Bible tells us that, David was still stronger than Saul, even after his death and all of that. And it just dawned on me that our actions and inactions, they affect a lot of things, especially the generations after us. So you might just say that, I have a problem with this person, and I'm just going to continue having a problem with this person and not resolve it. Well, guess what? That particular problem, that particular issue that has stayed unresolved can actually follow into the next generation, and then the next generation, and then the next generation. Because as we can see from this scripture, the issues with Saul and David went on for many years, even after Saul's death. We need to be very careful and know that our actions and our decisions and how we handle issues are actually very, very fundamental in what happens in the nearest future. Perhaps if David and Saul had settled all their issues before before Saul died, maybe there may not have been a long war, because the Bible tells us that there was a long war between Saul's people and David's people. So if they had resolved their issues and they had let bygones be bygones and they had made peace and everything was clear before Saul's death, then there probably wouldn't have been this war that was experienced as at the time. We need to be careful of how we resolve issues. I've seen a lot of families that have, developed cold shoulders to each other just because of what a certain grandma did to a certain grandpa, or an auntie did to an uncle, or a brother did to a sister, and this had lingered for many years after that. In fact, it had lingered so much so that a lot of cousins don't have a good relationship with their other cousins, and some of them don't even know each other, just because siblings are fighting, and that there is no peace, that there is no love in the atmosphere. We need to be that bridge that actually makes everyone come together in peace and unity. And we need to understand that our actions actually have a great deal to do with our destinies at the end of the day, and the destinies of those coming behind us, the destinies of our children, the destinies of our nieces and nephews, the destinies of everyone around us solely depend on how we handle issues today. So we need not to take things for levity, but to ensure that everything that we do is to the glory of God. Now this involves two parties. So even when David was sure not to have issues with Saul, was sure to run away from the troubles that he saw when he encountered Saul, and when he saw that someone wanted to kill him, he decided not to retaliate. But guess what? Saul was still very revengeful and wanted to retaliate, and this lingered on for years. So you might be the peacemaker, and the other party may still want to cause trouble. So it takes two to actually tangle, but it also takes two to actually bring unity and peace to a home, to a situation, to a place. So we need to be the peacemakers, and this goes on to everyone. This is a message for all of us, that be peacemakers, because our actions and our inactions can affect generations after we are long gone. Please make sure that you remember this and do something about our relationships with other people. Thank you for listening, and God bless you.